the grand finals between NAVI and Pulse Gaming, and the winner taking home this golden ticket and $18,000 first place prize, plus their share of $1 million prize pool in the Clash of Clans World Championship Finals. Let's find out who advances.
Going in with Pulse Gaming starting things off, and it's going to be a Root Rider Bakery attack with the King and that Angry Jelly combination.
Yeah, with that King towards the top side, you're going to move from defense to defense, courteous of that Angry Jelly. Warden is down following with the Root Riders and the Valkyries. And remember, he has to be approaching around 60 to 70 seconds, because that is what NAVI has been doing so far here in the monthly finals in order to set that tone as the World Champions takes out that single target Inferno. Warden abilities used, drop in the Rage, and they're going to pair in that Overgrowth for that Town Hall.
Yeah, there goes that Overgrowth you were talking about. The backhand Monolith is not getting hit, but he is covering the splash damage defenses around it, which makes sure that this skeleton spell is distracting that heavy hitting defense quite nicely. The Root Riders are stuck inside the middle. We have talked about that the Tornado Trap in delaying things sometimes is something positive for the attacker. There goes a Rage now, kind of into nothing. As the troops are going there, the Town Hall's waking up, the freeze is there, that the troops should overpower this no problem.
Yeah, with some Super Hogs, Root Riders backtrack towards the Town Hall, taking that down. The Queen has stayed alive, continue to finish this one off, and there it is. Wado taking down Klaus's base, but it's approaching a 1:22, I believe. Yeah, 1 minute 22 second triple coming in from Wado for Pulse Gaming.
It's going to be the Dragons again. Wait a second.
Oh.
Was that the Earthquake Boots? Have we ever seen the Earthquake Boots in a qualifier? I'm not even sure.
I don't think so, but here we go. Gaku's bringing it. We can't see his hands in this shot, so we're just going to be able to see his reaction as the Grand Warden moving in with the Dragons, the Balloons. We have Headhunters running right to the Warden, but it's okay as the Warden ability has gone off, and the King is to the far right side. And let's see how he utilizes the Earthquake Boots to move on into this base.
Yeah, getting him into that base with the ability. King is getting ready for that ability. There we go. Spiky Ball in the mix as well, and he's going to open up that compartment for the Archer Queen, it seems like, as long as she's like wrapping around now. And yes, she's doing that. She's following now the outside openings, going into the Monolith. The skeleton spells are going to distract that, and he's going to finish on that Town Hall with around 55 seconds gone. And now closing in on the Town Hall.
Look at how many spells he has left here, and the Queen can continue to reach over the wall. So the Earthquake Boots did work to allow the Queen to step in, and Gaku gets the 3-star here at a 1 minute and 10 second triple. And Lincoln is bringing the Root Riders and Valks. And does he switch it up? They could bring an Earthquake Boot. Remember, they could plan it on the fly, but probably won't do that. More or less, they would then plan later after matches of trying to research of like, wait, why would NAVI bring Earthquake Boots? Is that actually the better thing to do? But Lincoln is going to start off with that Queen to the left side in front of the defensive King. There is the arrow, sniping some buildings to help establish the funnel so that now the Siege Barracks, Root Riders, Warden, everything can kind of come down to the bottom side, and King is yet to be placed, but he has an Angry Jelly on him.
Yeah, but I think it's funny enough that he's going with the ground attack while just sniping 2 air defenses, but it was supposed to be just about the pathing. So from that scatter and that ground expo, the troops can path into the core, into that multi-arch tower, and there goes the Rage to lead them into the core as quickly as possible.
Yeah, with the defensive Ice Golems getting lured out, they do switch up to moving up to the top side a little bit. But there is the Overgrowth. Poison Spell got launched, so he's going to have to wait through that a little bit. But the King, he is making his way... I don't even... Oh, is he to the top side? Yeah, there's the King, his Spiky Ball skipping across all the way through the core as Super Barbarians are being placed around, and the Royal Champion still has her ability as well.
Yeah, the Royal Champ can re-enter that core as soon as the Town Hall is waking up again. There's a huge wave of troops with the P.E.K.K.A, with the Valkyries in the mix as well, encountering that area in front of the Town Hall. There goes the last Rage, another freeze, and this should be a nice 3-star for them. But if you take a look at the time, you see his reaction again. the time is not as fast as they were hoping for. They are going to decrease the time. I think it was 1 minute and 20 seconds. This is why they're going for those high risk, high reward fireball attacks. And we see the next attacker for NAVI in with the classic equipments by now. Again, another giant arrow across of setting up the pathing. And I guess he wants to enter on this merged cannon with his root riders, and this is exactly what he has done, setting up the pathing into the raid shower, into the core of the space for his troops.
With the root riders being placed, Warden, we have an apprentice Warden there to give a little boost of some HP as he's going to path his way straight into the core. There's a raid. He's going to get ready for the Warden. Internal Tome just pops it now as his queen's going to just coast her way through the bottom side of the space, making her way to the right side as the overgrowth is used, but he doesn't clip the town hall here, and that could be a big problem. Hang on.
Oh no, the traitor is there as well. This means the town hall can deal a lot of damage, and then the explosion is coming in, and the town hall poison as well. On top of that, the queen is still looking strong, but there goes the Roy Gem ability quite early into the bomb tower, which means none of those hog riders are going to survive. The super minions are stuck on those ground skeletons. And there should be a lot of root riders still left and overpowering the back end.
Luckily, the troops did not go straight through the town hall poison. They moved off to the right side, and Yatta's okay. He's smiling as it is a 3-star and approaches about 1:16. So under what Pulse Gaming has been hitting, and it brings the average up a little bit from a 1:10, and that's going to jump up just to a 1:13. So NAVI has an advantage of attacking last in this match, so no matter what, they will know what they have to do going into the final attack, as Sahara now for Pulse Gaming is going to bring in the Root Riders and 13 Valks, quite a bit of them.
I mean, I think by now Valkyries are, and that might be a crazy take, but they're equally strong as Root Riders. It is just crazy how many hit points they have gotten with the last couple of level, over the last town level, and buffs in general and everything. For 8 housing space, they are really, really tanky, and they're synergizing just so well with the healing tome of that Warden. That's exactly what all of those pros are bringing. Spring traps though, and we saw that already, they can still hit them because of the lower housing space number. But as long as you are too fast, those spring traps can't hit.
Yeah, with an overgrowth still to be placed, it hits that monolith, the poison spell tower as well, pops that king's spiky ball as he's going to continue his way past the town hall. With the P.E.K.K.A, we have Super Hawk getting sprung from the top side, running his way on through, has 2 rages, 2 freezes still to use on the space.
Yeah, there's still plenty of spells to use and so many troops left. And take a look at the time. The time so far is looking incredible. The overgrowth has to wake up, and that's exactly happening. Double raids, freeze everywhere. And this is looking like a solid time, even though the last couple of buildings take some time to go down. Clan Castle next. And he is getting a really, really solid hit versus this base of Kazuma. Should be around like 1 minute. I think it was like 12 seconds or something, 13 maybe.
Yep. The Rocket Loons and the Fireball from Kazuma. 19 here. He's going to pair in a Giant Arrow. His last attack, unfortunately, didn't hit the value of the Giant Arrow, but he's going to look to turn that around here as we have a Yeti placed already. Wizards. Invis, Warden Fireball hits that ground expo, Earthquake goes down and gets a double Earthquake, takes out a lot of value right there from the Fireball.
That was a ton of value.
Ooh.
Oh my lord, that was half the base just gone. There goes the overgrowth spell, making sure that this core is not as deadly anymore. The Wardens keep going at the top side, taking down defenses left and right. More Rocket Loons are coming in. The far right side, he can target that already as well. And that's exactly what he does with minions behind. And Carbon, he's just crossing the 45-second mark.
Wow, look at that. The minions are already down for cleanup. He has the king with the spiky ball to be able to pop the ability. He's waiting probably for almost like one of the 9 buildings remaining. If that spiky ball hits the core, it will actually snipe the spell towers and take them down. Still waiting. 2 more Rocket Loons to deploy. There it goes. It flies across this base, taking them down, snipes the multi with Rocket Loons, and that is a 3-star swag and spells. This man is getting in the 60-second range, and he doesn't even need all the spells. Kazuma, 68 seconds, And who needs all your spells? Sure. Oh my. E-Dragons. Okay. Something I was not expecting here. Now this is throwing me for a loop as the Queen's arrow goes across. Flies through there. Doesn't snipe that poison spell with a potential earthquake, as he does hit the poison spell tower with that arrow. As the E-Dragons are down, bat spell out in front of the monolith as the warden ability has already been used. Double rages coming on through as his heroes are going to be walking around the edge of the space.
Yeah, but the pathing and funneling so far of those Electric Dragons looks just perfect, to be honest. He has a couple of them going to the far left, a few of them for the Town Hall. We have the Queen on the outside, the Royal Gym is getting added, the King at the top side. There's so many things now happening currently. The only problem might be that the Tesla are luring the King away. And the question now is, where is he going to path with the single front tower locked onto it as well?
Yeah, the E-Dragons in the core looks like they have disappeared. He wanted to get the chains through, and the big thing, the E-Dragons did not remove that clan castle. The King is dead as well. The King didn't even have the Phoenix, so he never came back to life. The Phoenix was placed on the Warden, so he could get additional value. But since the E-Dragons didn't clear the core, the Ice Golems came out, slowed things down as he continues through. Royal Champion already burned their ability, and this might... Hang on, the Queen's gonna have to go through this wall. If anything, the Queen... Wait, no, the healers aren't on her. Can the Queen even finish this one off for even a 3-star is the question. Uh-oh, the Skellies might distract her. Oh, the single goes down.
It is still going to be a 3-star. There's not going to be enough damage, but the Queen has to get through that wall first, then through the Town Hall as a bidding, and through the scatter shot, which means this is not going to be one of those quick attacks. He has decided to go with the Electric Dragons, but it is not paying off for him this time around. Those Tesla in front of the Inferno Tower perfectly lured his King away, and that was such a nice bait because a lot of teams now use this Angry Jelly to funnel the King into an opening.
So let's see what Stars does with his Spiky Ball, 26 Rocket Loons, and indeed has his own Fireball here with 2 Bat Spells, 3 Earthquakes. At least 1 Earthquake has to be used for the Fireball, unless you're going to hit the Eagle Artillery. Then you need 2 Earthquakes with a Fireball there.
And 5 Invisibility. What is the plan of him?
Oh.
There goes those Invis. There goes the Fireball. And is he going to get everything?
Yep.
The Eagle as well. Such a great opening, but that Inferno Tower stayed alive, and that one fried his Warden. But I think that's not the biggest issue for now, at least.
With Rocket Loons coming to the far left side, as Tesla Farm is there, as the King's ability has already gone off. Blimp is now going to look to go secure this Town Hall, so those balloons flew out in front to test for traps. And look at this, one of the oldest tricks in the book, having sneaky goblins inside of the Blimp because there was walls around the Town Hall, so there couldn't have been traps. So he knew it was safe for sneakies to go and secure the Town Hall.
Yeah, really nicely done by him. He's now just sniping those biddings, adding the minions for a cleanup at this point. And there's just so many minions. The Queen getting saved. And take a look at that. He redirected with the invisibility spell the Ice Golems, so his Queen does not have to encounter that while there are defenses on her. Really smart play. The last couple of spells are going to be used to turn defensive skeleton traps and such things invisible to make sure that time is going to be speed up at least a little bit. But it's going to be a 3-star for NAVI. But it seems to be their slowest so far. But with the attack which we have just seen from Pulse, that should be no problem. Right.
No problem whatsoever. They'll still have at least almost a 30-second lead into the final attack.
There's so many things you have to keep track of, right? Like the army earlier was just one little thing. Now you have to consider pets, you have to consider equipment. Like there's so many more things to attacking. And he's going in with those Root Riders and the Valkyries early on into this monolith with the clan castle right behind.
Yeah, we have a lot of small bombs getting popped from the bottom side. The Root Riders are kind of pathing in a couple different directions here, still hanging on to that Warden ability as the King, now with his Angry Jellies, continuing through that scatter shot, so getting that value, as there is finally the Warden ability, protect a handful of Root Riders, but I don't think there's too many left here in the core. But luckily the World Champion is also placed, and she's going to snipe the Monolith as he continues his way through to the top with no overgrowth.
Yeah, no overgrowth on this one. The Queen is following the Valkyries into that compartment. There goes the freeze. But can the Roy Gemma take down the channel? I feel like everything relies on her since she can jump over those walls. The Root Riders have followed. The channel has went down. It's a really quick attack, but the channel poison is slowing him down at least a little bit.
Yeah, it's slowing him down, but it won't be enough to slow him down as it is a triple from NYU there for Pulse Gaming. Oh, there's a fireball. I'm scared.
But can they
no, he's doing it.
Get this golden ticket?
Oh,
And Klaus
God.
is deciding to go in with the fireball, and I am scared.
Oh,
And there are Tesla.
there's Teslas. There's Teslas. Okay, okay. Fireball hits the town hall, takes the buildings around it down, and he even snipes and grabs the town hall. I think so with the Eternal Tome. Look at that. The Eternal Tome on the Warden allowed him to survive and continue to get that value.
And that was just genius that he used the Angry Jelly, because with that he was able to reinforce his push with Rocket Loons without the Warden like getting or going away from the tunnel, because with the Angry Jelly mode on your hero, they're ignoring other troops, other things, like everything pretty much, especially the Warden. So that was really, really a smart move. Now with the blimp towards this monolith on the far right side, the jump into the core with his heroes, the Rocket Loons from the chop sides, minions everywhere, Carbon. This attack is looking really strong.
This is looking fantastic as he continues his way into the core with double freezes, preventing that rage spell from activating as everything is coming right to the core, looking to overwhelm. He's smiling, and ladies and gentlemen, NAVI are going to be victorious and getting a golden ticket to the Clash of Clans World Championship, upgrading their silver to gold, and we will see them later this year. Congratulations to NAVI getting it done and going undefeated in the July monthly finals.